Scientists in charge at the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory. Now, many of you know that Yellowstone deforms. It rises and falls. The ground is incredibly dynamic. And so today I wanted to tell the story of that deformation. How we know about it, what's happening now, what's happened in the past, and what may happen in the future. And that story starts right here in Hayden Valley in Yellowstone National Park. Now, in the 1920s, when the road system was laid out, a number of surveying benchmarks were installed, like this one right here at my feet. A number of these benchmarks came in the 1920s, and they were surveyed to tell the elevation along the road to help surveyors build the road. Now, in 1975, there was an earthquake near the Norris Geyser Basin, magnitude 6 earthquake, and there was some thought maybe there was some deformation associated with that earthquake. So in the mid-70s, the whole network of benchmark was resurveyed. And the surveyors couldn't believe their eyes. In fact, as the story goes, they thought they'd done something wrong because they found that the elevations were very different than they were in the 1920s. In fact, the ground had risen over 70 centimeters, over a centimeter and a half per year of uplift between that time period, the 1920s and the 1970s. So this was the first evidence that Yellowstone actually did deform, this uplift in the 50 years between the 20s and the 70s. Now, the leveling line was redone again in 1983, and guess what? Still deforming. 1984, still deforming. So these surveys were carried out starting in the 80s every year up and down this stretch of Hayden Valley right here. And this became really the epicenter of looking at deformation in Yellowstone National Park. So